Hello and welcome to your virtual karate class by PSP. My name is Sensei Danny and I will be your instructor for today. So we went over the basics for the last class. Today we're going to move more to an advanced class. So things are going to change a little bit as they are going to progress as we continue to go on. Okay? So today what I would like to go through are stances. I would also like to go through hand strikes advance. I would like to go through 8-point blocking system advance. And I would also like to show you some self-defense techniques. And we also have to finish off our MP form. Now if you remember, MP form, the word form or kata, means the same thing. It means to do a choreographed moves against imaginary opponents. But your technique has to be strong and it has to be real, as if there was somebody right in front of you. Okay? And then we're going to go from there, we're going to go into open hand blocks. So your 8-point blocking system, what you did before, is going to advance. So we did 8-point blocking system, 8-point blocking system with strikes, and now we're going to do open hand. Okay? Same thing as a kata. It's almost the same thing, only your stances are very important on how you stand and how you do your form. Okay? Form meaning how your rotations of your blocks, okay, in blocking system or in strikes. Kata forms is different because there's a movement involved to place yourself and then counter strike, block and counter strike. Okay, so we're going to leave that there for now. Now, the most important thing right now, we need to warm up this body. All this has to go together, and your head has to be concentrated and focused in what you're doing. So, what we'll do to start is we're going to start jogging on a spot like we usually do. Okay? Today we're going to do 2 minutes on film. But if you are working at home, you could go for a run outside and do maybe 1 kilometer, 2, 3, 4 kilometers. Come back in, wipe yourself down, hydrate, and then get yourself ready for stretching, okay? Or warming up your body with all your exercises that I've been showing you, okay? So that's very important. So you don't pull a muscle or pinch a nerve. It's very important. Okay, so now we're ready to start our advanced class, right? Okay, so how do we start? Feet together, good. Right fist in your left hand and elbows are straight, not droopy, and not up high. Right at your solar plexus. And you bow in, hands go forward, back, and we open up to a horse stance, just like riding a horse. You don't sit on a horse with your legs straight. You sit down on a horse with your knees bent. Right. Excellent. You bring your hands together, elbows come together. You block upwards. Cross your hands, left hand in front of the right hand, and bring them back together to protect yourself, and back to your sides. Palms are facing the ceiling. Good. So now we're ready to start our class because we just opened our class. At the end, we will close our class. Okay? So, feet up, Good. Move them just a little bit to start. Shake your arms. Get yourself ready. Okay, we're doing good. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start by running. Are you ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Jogging on the spot. See, right now, because of COVID, the dojo, which is my karate school, is closed. So I'm in the house. And it really makes a lot of noise if I run like this. So I'm still running, getting my cardio going, getting my blood running, and we keep running. We have 2 minutes to go. You can run here, you can run here, you can run back, you can run forward, or you can just do it on the spot. Whichever one you like, or you can make a combination of them all. That's it. You guys are doing good. Come on. Keep it up. Don't slow down. 1 minute to go. Come on. Let's go. Oh, yes. I can feel the excitement. Good job. Okay. See? Now you can feel it, eh? Keep your hands up. Don't let them droop. Keep them up. Good job. Come on, we got 30 seconds to go. We can do this. Let's go. Come on. Stay with me. Nice. "15 seconds. Come on. Let's hold this. Come on. 5 seconds. Hey! And stop. Check it out. Good job. Okay. Now, like always, we want to warm up our body from our head to our toes. So, we'll start with our hands on our hips. We're going to start with head rotations from the left to the right. Left, front, right, back. Left, front. We're going to go a little faster now. Hey! Other side. Hey! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Hey! Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. Good job. Now drop your arms down over your thighs. And we're going to shrug our shoulders forward and back, forward, back, forward, back. Good job. Now, the other way. Back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. Good. Okay, our shoulders are done. Open your legs just a little bit. Your fists come together. Elbows are up, not droopy. Nice and up. Okay? Your elbows are going to stay stationary while your forearms are going to work in and back. Out, sorry, and back. Out and back, out, back, out, back, out, back, out, and back. Now we're going to go the opposite way, out, in, out, in, out, in. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. Good job. Okay, now you're going to open your hands, both hands nice and straight. You'll place one in front of your solar plexus. You're going to put your left hand to your left, and you're going to go 1, put it in your waist, 2 further back, back to the front, and switch. 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. And 1, 2, switch. Okay, very good. Now we worked out our waist. Okay, all right. So now to work our back, we're going to lean down forward, shoulders back, back straight, head looks forward, not to the floor, forward, and hold down, 2, 3, 4, and up. Bend your knees slightly and lean back. If you're having trouble with this, focus your eyes in front of a spot and keep your eyes on that spot. And back in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and up. Good job. Okay, another exercise that we could do for our hips, okay, is to do rotations. Just like in Hawaii, where I wish I was right now with the weather. There we go. There we go. Keep it going. That's it. And then try to pick up the speed a little bit. And stop. Other way. Good job. And stop. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go down to our knees. All right, so feet together, hands on your knees, legs are straight, not bent, they're straight. Now you're going to bend your knees, go to the left, front, right, back, straight, left, front, straight, back. Ready? So we're going to do this on a pickup note. It's an advanced class, so we're going to go work a little faster, but technique is everything. Keep your hands on your knees. Hey! 1, 2, back. Other way. 1, 2, back. Other way. 1, 2, back. Hey! 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 And good. Right foot out, left foot out. Press on your knees. Good. Sit down, nice and straight, shoulders back. Don't lean forward. Keep your shoulders back, keep your hands on your knees. They're on your knees, but they're not supporting your weight. Okay? It's not like I'm leaning on my hands. My hands are there just to remind myself to keep my knees bent and knees out, not in, outwards. Okay? So we hold that there. Good. Very good. Nice. And sit. Breathe. Good. Keep the weight off your hands. Good. And then straighten up. Push on your knees, legs straight. Very good. Nice. Okay. That's for our knees. Now we're going to do our ankles, just to make sure that they're warm. So we can start with hands on your hips, and lift your heels down without touching the floor. Don't let your heels touch the floor. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and up, down. Okay, now for balance, when you lift a leg, if you keep your foot, we're going to start with the left foot. If you keep your right foot, okay, straight facing the front, you're going to have a hard time for balance. So what you want to do is you want to slightly turn your heel inwards. Not to the side like this. Just a little bit on a 45-ish side. It's not really a 45. It's just to bring your heel in a bit so you have balance. You don't want to turn your shoulders when you're doing this exercise, just like in kicks. So what you do, you bring your foot in front of your foot that's on the floor and you turn, rotation towards the inside and then outside and then, then up and down, foot pointed, up and down, up and down. Okay, now we switch, turn the left foot, heel forward, and put your other foot in front, and then we do the same rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. I'm having a little problem with my balance because I just had a hip replacement, so it's not as easy to do, and I hope you guys don't have a hip replacement. Okay, so now that we did that, now what we're going to do, we're going to put our hands on our knees, and I'm going to lean to my left without leaning like this. I'm going to stay straight, and I'm going to go down on my left knee, keeping my right leg nice and straight. Your hands on your knees, hold. Now, see how you're bent here? You're going to stay low and switch to the other side. Pushing your heel to the side. Shoulders are back. You're not leaning forward. Nice and straight. And switch to the other side. Get a little stretch. And switch to the other side. Make sure your toes are on the same line. You don't want one foot back and the other foot forward. You want them both on the same line. Keep this leg nice and straight, and this one sit on this knee. Nice and straight. Good. Very good. Come back to the front and stand up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our left leg with 2 hands. The most important part is your left hand is not the hand that's grabbing the ankle to do all the work to pull you down. It's your right hand. When you're going to the left leg, you want your left hand up and your right hand down. So you go down as far as you can go. I'll work with you, okay? So we go down, grab your ankle if you can, take your right hand, go lower, and hold for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now come to the center. Stay nice and straight. Back straight. Grab both ankles. And hold for 10. Try to get your For those that are good, move your legs out as far as possible and try to get your forehead close to the floor. Not your head, your forehead. And hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now, to the right. Left hand is below your right hand. And hold 1, 2, keep your legs straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And slowly come up. Bring your legs in. Shake them out. Lift. Circulation. Good job. Okay. So if you've ever played softball or baseball and you've been the catcher, okay, you know that when you're behind the home plate, you need to squat down. Okay? If you need your hands, you can use your hands. That's fine. No problem. If not, keep your hands up. Now what I want to do, put your hands on the floor, is I want this knee, my right knee, to face the front. I want my left knee to go out straight to the left. I stay seated on my heel, and I want my toes up to the ceiling. Okay? So, what I do is I put one hand on this side of my leg, my left leg, and my other hand, my left hand, behind my left leg. And then I push out, I push out my left leg. See my toes? They're up to the ceiling, my heel, my foot, and I hold that there. And I hold, and I hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring it back in, hands in front, and switch. One hand behind my right leg, one hand in front of me. And I push it out, and I hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Toes to the ceiling. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring it back in, and stand up, and shake it out. Okay, so we're pretty well warmed up. Okay? Remember, we're doing it on a short time right now. So what I want you guys to do is, whatever we're doing now, try to push up your time in your warm-up. Stretch longer, periodically in all the exercises. Run on the spot, more, increase your time, okay? And as for the beginning part, that's all good. That's just to warm it up, get your bones going, okay? All this stuff doesn't need to go up more. But as for stretching and cardio, you need to make it go up, okay? So if you start at 1 minute, you need to get to 2 minutes. If you start at 2 minutes, you want to get to 3, and etc. Okay, so we're good there. All right, so now today, we're going to work on the different stances, okay, in the art of Kempo. Because different styles have different stances, but basically they're all the same, okay? There's a front stance, there's a back stance, there's a horse stance, there are a natural stance, how to kneel down, and how to get into a fighting stance, okay? So if we start at the top of the train, we start here, okay? If I said feet together, you'd be like this. So if I was standing I said feet together, left foot comes in, same time as your hands arrive. Okay? So it wouldn't be 1 and 2. It would be 1 and 2 together. Right? Okay. Then we're going to kneel down. When we kneel down, our left knee goes down to the floor with your feet up in the back. So you're not sitting on the top of your feet. You actually are sitting on the toes. Okay? All right. So release your hands, kneel down. Left knee goes out, down. Good. Right knee goes down. You see how watch my toe, my feet. See how they are? I'm on the toes. And I sit down on my heel, back, shoulders back, back straight. Okay? So, we're kneeling down. Our legs are open, not together. And the reason why we don't sit on the top of our feet is if I put my feet down, okay, now I'm sitting on the top of my feet. First of all, I'm lower to gravity to the floor. And somebody was to attack me or approach me, the time consumption of getting up mechanically, my feet and back have to rise. So why not have them already up? Because to get up like this, some people like to jump up on their feet and stand up. Okay, but technically speaking, it's a lot longer. And then what's going to happen is you're going to lift one knee up, but you're still on the floor and you're being attacked. And then you lift the other leg up. You understand? Okay, so kneel back down, feet are up. Now, minus my hips, okay? And even for yourself, if you need the support of your hands, you can lift them up. But see both knees at the same time. Not one and then two. Both at the same time. So put them back down. Good. Okay. Now, if you need the support, if you don't, it's so much better. Okay. But if you need the support, put your hands down on the very top finger of your hands. Don't put your palm of your hand on the floor. Just the tips of your finger. And then push up. Good. Like that. Nice squat position. And then stand. I'm too close to the furniture. Okay. So tips of the finger. Lift both knees and stand up. Okay. Now, if you do that in a fast motion, you're going to get up a lot faster. So that's your kneel down position. So we have feet together. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get in a horse stance to lift our knees out by pushing, high block, elbows together, block, back down, and back. Good job. Okay, so now let's go through our stances. Here we go. I'll come back a little bit. Okay, so follow me. Feet together. Hey! Horse stance. Hey! Good. Kneel down. Left knee, right knee, hands open above your knees. Good. Hands to the floor. Lift yourself up and stand up. There we go. We are ready. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you to take a horse stance out. You're going to take what we call a back stance. So your right foot, your knees are bent. Your right foot comes in and pushes out a 45-degree angle where your toes facing the front, not the side. And push out. Rear leg is locked, nice and straight. Front knee is bent. Now we're going to do what we call a down block. So somebody wants to hit me in the solar plexus and then kick me in the privates. Okay? So we do cross, baby finger to your forearm. See my elbow here? This elbow? It doesn't stay down like this. It stays nice and straight across with my fist. My other hand is below my privates. Okay? So if you're in a big position, standing up position, your hand is up here and your privates are down there. So that's why you have to bend this front knee. So you do down. Now I'm open here on the side. See all this side here? That's totally open. Person comes to throw a roundhouse kick to my body and I lift my hands. Same time, I put as much energy, arm bent, to block the kick as my hand strikes back as if there was somebody behind me that went to grab me and I elbow him or her. Okay? Let's try that again. Are you ready? Okay. So, we're standing up. I give you a ki, which replaces the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so hey, 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 hey. Those are times where you should be moving to my count. Okay, so if I said horse stance, hey, good. Now, when you bring your right foot in, keep your left knee bent. Don't straighten it up. Keep it bent. They're both bent equally now. They stay bent because you don't want to bob and weave. You don't want to go up and down when you're moving. You want to stay at the same level. No matter what you're doing, you want to stay at the same level. Okay? So, hey, in, good, hey, back. Good. Now we're going to do down, block. Okay, this is called the back stance. So let's try it a little faster. Bring your right foot up, horse stance. Bend your knees. Good. Now we're going to go a little faster. Remember, step in, step out, down, block. Here we go. Hey! Very good. Now you see my fist. Don't look at my head. My fist is at my waist level, not down here, because that's not blocking anything. Okay? I want my elbow, my forearm, to block a kick that would be coming around to my side here. You don't want your hand on your knee, on your thigh. You want your hand a little in front. And your elbow, you want it out to the side, not back here. Back here is not helping you. Okay? So keep your elbow forward without shrugging your shoulders. Okay? So now we've covered feet together. Okay? Horse stance. Back stance. Good. Okay. So now the next stance would be if you guys were standing together, okay, and your teacher was talking to you. The most respectful thing to do, disrespectful thing to do, I should say, is stand there like, or leaning like this, or arms crossed, while you have a black belt in front of you trying to instruct you. So we have a stance we call that, if I'm talking to you to explain something, you take a natural stance. Natural stance is simply by moving your left leg outwards. I take my left hand and I put my knuckles on my back above my waist, not down at my bum, above my waist. I take my right hand and I put that on top of my left hand. And this is called a natural stance. It's a respectful stance to take when somebody's talking to you or presenting something to you. Okay? And then from here, I'll say feet together, fighting stance, whatever. Okay? All right. So this is called natural stance. All right? I'm going to quiz you on this. Don't try to cheat. All right. You guys are doing good. Awesome. Okay. So now, bring our feet together. Good. Now, our next stance is a fighting stance. Okay? Fighting stance is something that I specialize in fighting. Okay? It doesn't matter what style I fight against, doesn't matter what the rules are, it doesn't matter how many world championships, nothing really surprises me. But a good stance is like good footwork. They go together. Okay? So, for my fighting stance, when you want to practice the basics, is always start with a horse stance. So out, draw back your right foot if you are right-handed. And then let me come back a bit. Okay? So I drew back my foot. My right heel is up. It's not on the floor. My knees are both bent. Okay? You don't put your heel on the floor. You keep it up. And then you draw back. So your feet on a 45-degree angle. Your front foot is on an angle outwards, not facing the front. It's on an angle. Okay? Now, if you have a stance like this, that's not a fighting stance. If you have a stance like this, that's not a fighting stance if I'm going there. So I want my heels to be on the same line, but my front toes are faced off on an angle. My right fist is in front of my solar plex and right here in front, here, not back here. It's not helping me back there. It can't protect anything back there. So you want to push it forward. My left hand, if you look at my fists, one is in front of the other. Not like this, not like this, and not like this. In front. Why? I'll explain to you why. I don't want to lift my elbow to do a high block because that opens all this here, right? So by lifting my elbow, I'm not doing myself any service. So bring your hand back down. You're in the middle of your solar plexus. The best thing you can do from here is, the only thing that's important is your head, right? My hair, even though I need a haircut, I don't care if you hit me over there. There's nothing to hit. The target is right here, my forehead. So what I want to do is, if I was going to block with my front hand, which we call that a lead hand, okay? My lead hand is, all I want to do is lift my back heel, turn, open my hand, and block. And bring it back and down. So let's try that again. Don't forget. Hey, lift your back heel, turn your hips, shoulders, hand. See my hand? It's over my head. I haven't moved my elbow, stayed there. I didn't lift my elbow to do the block. Make sure your hands are on the same height. Okay? So we do it again. Hey, up, punch if you wish, and back. Hey, and back. See this? See this arm? Okay, this arm is in. My elbow is in to protect me. Now, if you're in a stance like this and your elbow's out there, are you protecting your solar plexus? No. So, when you're doing the exercise, bring your punch out and your elbow in at the same time. Ready? Sideways. Hey! In and back. Hey! And back. Good. So that's your fighting stance. For now, we have feet together. Hey! Horse stance. Hey! Kneel down. Left, right, toes are up and back. Knees are open. Hands go on top. Hey! Out. Hands down. Pull them back. Stand up. Okay. Horse stance. Hey! Fighting stance. Hey! In. Turn to the side. Make sure your toes are parallel, but your front foot is on a 45-degree angle. Okay? Not facing the front. Do not want your foot facing the front. Good? All right, let's pull that back together. You guys are doing awesome. Okay? All right. So now that we did our footwork, what I like to do before we leave is go through our hand strikes and 8-point blocking system. Okay? All right. So we did 8-point blocking system. We did 8-point blocking system with strikes. And then we did, now we're going to do open hand. And then after, we're going to learn open hand with strikes, elbow strikes, and elbow counter strikes. Okay? Always in the mode of defense. So if you're in a situation, doesn't matter if it's low or it's high, it's outside or it's inside or over the top, you have to learn how to orient your body in order to protect yourself. All right? Okay, so now what we're going to do first is we're going to do hand strikes. I'm going to go through the basics again and then lead you to the higher hand strikes. Okay? So, what stance are we going to use, do you think? Yes, horse stance, exactly. So, everybody, horse stance. Very good. I'm going to back up a bit. Bend those knees. Keep them out. Stay seated. Hands up. So, basic 8-point blocking system. 1. Remember, all odd numbers is the right hand in front. All even numbers is the left hand in front. Okay, let's start again. Here we go. 1, cross, block. Remember, don't over block right in front of your shoulder. 2, cross, left hand in front, block. 3, outside block, straight across. Don't turn your hips, don't turn your shoulders. 4, and across, good. 5, we'll make a cross with the forearm, not with the wrist, not with the fist, with the forearm. And high block, palm to the ceiling. 6, elbow comes down in front of my face. Hand goes across and up, high block with the forearm, not the wrist, not the fist. 7, right hand in front, cross, shoulder height, not up here, shoulder height. Sit down more on your stance Right hand goes to your left knee, and keep your elbow bent. Block that low kick and push it to the side. 8, come up a little bit, cross block, shoulders, left hand in front, back down, left hand fist to your right knee, keep your elbow bent and block that kick to the side. Okay, that's 8-point blocking system, the basics. Now you're going to do 8-point blocking system with strikes, okay? We're still not at the advanced one. This is just a reminder, okay? So you don't have to go back to the other videos. Okay, so horse stance, elbows back. Remember number 1, right hand in front, block, don't over block, and come back with a reverse punch to the solar plexus. 2, left hand in front, cross, block, and reverse punch to the solar plexus. Very good. 3, right hand inside block. Don't turn your hips, shoulders, and back to knuckle to the chin. 4, inside block, back to knuckle to the chin. 5, cross, high block, use the clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, reach out, and then break your wrist inwards and hit in the back of the kidney of the person that's in front of you. Okay? 6, hand in front, left hand, sorry, high block, clock, counterclockwise, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and release, reach out, and bend in. Okay, very good. Number 7, cross shoulders, go down in your stance, right fist to your left knee, keep your elbow bent, block, come back in front, and do a wrist strike, fingers together. So I'm going to come close to the camera so you can see. Like this. My fingers are like this. Okay? So I want to hit with the ball of my wrist under the chin of my opponent. Okay? So let's take it from down here, bring it back, and up under the chin. Good. Keep your arm here slightly bented. Okay? It's not straight. It's got a bend in it. Okay? Good. Very good. Bring it back, left in front, sit down, left hand goes to your right knee, block, bring it back in front, and this is called a crane strike for anybody who's asking, okay? And that's 8. Very good. Okay, now I think you're ready for open hand, okay? Open hand is the same as 8-point blocking system with a little bit of a twist to it where your hand's open, okay, as opposed to being closed. So, what we're going to do, everybody ready? Okay, so we're going to take a horse stance again to do our hand strikes, basic hand strikes. So, ready? Hey! Hands back. Okay, so now we're going to cross, but instead of crossing with my hand closed, my right hand is open. And I block to the side. Hey, number 2. Left hand is open, right hand is closed. To the side. 3. Remember the inside block? Well, it's going to switch now. It's going to be hand open, block to the side. 4. You're going to do a circle block and then push the block again to the side. Good. Hey, next. Inside block. Good. Hey. 1, 2. Very good. Now 3. Remember how you went down with the 7, sorry. How you went down with the punch? Well, now you're going to go down with an open hand. Palm to your knee, knuckles to your knee, and push that kick aside. Come up a little bit. Up, cross, left hand, down, push to the side. Very good. That's the open hand, okay? Then you're going to learn open hand with strikes, like I said before, elbow strikes, and elbow strikes with counter. Okay, let's give that one more try. Just before we leave, here we go. We're standing up. I give you a key on. You know what stance you're going to take. Hey! 1, hey! Open. Hey! Open. Hey! Don't forget to close your fist on the side. Hey! Oh, sorry. My apologies. All right, I was thinking of basic form, 8-point blocking system. Okay, let's try it again. Horse stance. Hey! Cross. Open, block. Hey! Cross. Open, outside block. Hey! 3. Inside. 4. 1, 2. 5. Hey! 4. Sorry. 1, 2. Hey! I'm very sorry, guys. Doing it slowly is a little harder than just going through it. Okay. I'm sorry that also I'm gonna apologize. I didn't ask you guys to have a drink break. Okay. So let's get through this. It's the last one. Okay. We're gonna do fine. Here we go. All right. So 1. Hey. Start with your hand open. Block. Hey. 2. Right hand is closed. Left hand is open. Block. 3. Hey. Open hand. 4. Block. 5. Block. Very good. You guys are awesome, man. Really, honestly. Okay, so we continue from here. What is 6? Right here. All right, 7. 8. Left hand in front. Good. And you're done. Good job, everybody. I hope you stay tuned. I'd like to go over a form called Basic Form. Show you the first 4 opponents and finish off empty form 2 as well. So stay tuned. All right. And thank you for joining me today. Be sure to check out other local virtual PSP programs by clicking on the link in the description. Till then, be well.
Be sure to like and share our virtual recreation videos to all of your social media platforms.